Today is a reflection on the Communion of Saints, the Feast of All Saints, which we celebrate every year on the 1st of November. And I'll make use of this wonderful artwork by Swanson, titled Procession. It is an explosion of color. It is an explosion of characters and of stories. It is a procession of people pouring out from the church. And the perspective of the church is telling us that the ones that we see in the foreground are only a few of them. There are many, many more to come. But what have they been doing inside the church? The painting on both sides of the wall gives us a powerful hint. They have been listening to stories, but not just to vague stories. They have been listening to their own stories, the stories from our brothers and sisters from of old. How much God has loved us all from the very beginning, that God intervened to show us his love. Can you see it on the right-hand side? The Garden of Eden, Noah, Moses, and many other stories. I'll let you discover them all. On the other side also, you can see the story of Jonah, the story of Daniel in the lion's den. You can see the story of David and Goliath and many more. Look for them. How many can you name? And now at the very top of the painting, can you see Moses? Moses and the burning bush. And on the other side, Moses receiving the 10 Commandments. But then from the old stories, we come to the Christian stories. God so loved the world that he sent his son. And so at the very top now, we have the 3 stories of Jesus. On the right-hand side, as you look, is the Last Supper. In the middle is the great catch of fish. And then on the left-hand side is Jesus feeding the multitudes, feeding the 5,000. But these wonderful stories of good news of God's love for us cannot remain inside the church. They must be brought out to others. And that's why the crowd are carrying banners. Can you see the banners? They got the story of the Good Shepherd, the story of the Good Samaritan, the story of the forgiving Father, the baptism of Jesus. They are all powerful stories that must be brought out to the world. And now it is time to look at the banners at the front of the church, just a few of them. On the right-hand side, you can see a person carrying the banner with the Annunciation to Mary. It's a reminder to all of us, we are the saints of the 21st century, and like Mary, we had to bring forth Christ to others. How are we to bring the message of Jesus to others? The banner on the left-hand side is telling us how. It is the story of Pentecost. The Holy Spirit of Jesus poured out on the early church, on the young church, the same Spirit that was poured out in our hearts and souls through baptism and confirmation, who sends us on now to use our gifts, the gifts of the Holy Spirit, for others. It is now time to talk about the focal point of the procession. First of all, on the baldacchino, the canopy, or better still, the 2 paintings on the canopy. At the front, we got an angel blaring out the message of good news. And on the side, we got a painting of Jesus entering into Jerusalem. It is Swanson telling us that after church, Jesus had to walk into our streets, into our homes, but most of all, into our own hearts. And now let us focus on the man, the minister carrying the processional cross. What are the symbols on the processional cross? Look, it is wheat and grapes. It is the wheat and grape, the bread and wine, the body and blood of Christ that we have received during Eucharist, that sends us on now to be the saints of the 21st century, to be the body and the blood of Christ for others. In a world where at times we encounter the darkness of lies, violence, and despair, We are sent out to be the light of hope and truth to the world. In a world where at times we encounter the cacophony of self-centeredness, greed and oppression, we are sent out to be the song of compassion, of love and forgiveness to the world. And we are called to sing it out with our full voices, not as the frozen people of God, but as the chosen people of God. As St. Augustine reminds us, go out there, sing with your voices, sing with your hearts, sing with your lips, but most of all, sing with your lives. Sing to the Lord a new song. The feast day of All Saints is not a feast day of people in the past. It is our feast day. It is our calling to be the saints of the 21st century. And while you contemplate this wonderful artwork, I'd like to finish up with a reflection that Pope Francis offered to the young people of World Youth Day in 2013. We need saints without cassocks, without veils. We need saints with jeans and tennis shoes. We need saints that go out to the movies, that listen to music, that hang out with their friends. We need saints who put God in first place ahead of succeeding in any career. We need saints who look for time to pray every day and who know how to be in love with purity, compassion and all good things. We need saints of the 21st century with a spirituality appropriate to our own time. We need saints that have a commitment to helping the poor and to make the needed social change. We need saints to live in the world, to sanctify the world and not to be afraid of living in the world by their presence in it. We need saints that use an iPhone, that surf the internet and then listen to their iPods. We need saints that love the Eucharist, that are not afraid or embarrassed to eat a pizza or drink a beer with their friends. We need saints who love the movies, dance, sports, theatre. We need saints that are open, sociable, normal, happy companions. We need saints who are in this world and who know how to enjoy the best in this world without becoming callous or mundane. We need saints. God needs you to be a saint. And next week I'll do a reflection on the Feast of All Souls on the 2nd of November, remembering all those who have died, and I'll make use of El Greco's painting, The Burial of Count August. Thank you for watching. Goodbye now.